Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another brand new live stream. If you're watching this, that means you're watching the replay. And today's going to be a good one because I am happy, healthy, energetic, active, peaceful, kind, compassionate, loving, and have lots of goodwill. So, we are going to talk about spirituality. We're going to talk about some challenges that I have. Not challenges in my life. I mean challenges in terms of food challenges that I'm going to do, etc. And yeah, so skip forward if you skip forward if you this is how it is. I've lost all respect for you, sir. Your respect didn't mean it much to me in the first place, so it's not really much loss. All right, Kian, welcome. That is a shame for you, my friend. You build people up in your mind, then people fall down in your mind. That's the game of life that we play as subjective experiences in our mind. All right. So go and subscribe to Sadhguru and go watch his videos instead of mine. Kian received the beads. Excellent. 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 So Kian wore here, you see on the channel here, he went to my website, my beautiful, gorgeous, amazing website, shivakailash.com. And he has bought beautiful, luxurious spiritual beads. And two, actually, not just one, two. So it's going to change his life, and we're going to see the transformation as it goes along with him. I'll be able to see his energy from what he's typing to me, and that is going to be great. So if you want to do yourself some spiritual favors, go to my website, shivakailash.com, and buy my products and buy everything. And if you buy more than one, if you buy two, I'll give you a little gift, just like I did with Kian. So I'm glad you enjoy it. And Kian, this is how you apply it. You apply ash on from the base of your nose upwards. Then you apply two behind there's a bone that sits, the very hard and brain bone or head bone that sits right behind the ears. You apply ash there. You apply ash in the pit of the throat, and you apply ash just below your rib cage, where the rib cage meets, just below that. This is your heart center. So in these four places, you apply it, and you will reap the benefits. All right. I should have never donated a dime. Jack, I don't think you have ever donated. I've never seen your donation, but Rob humiliates you repeatedly and you allow it. You seem to enjoy it. Well, my friend, you see, when you're ignorant on the path and you're just beginning on your journey in spirituality, you think that you have to fight your way out of things. You have to do X, Y, and Z. Look, man, people can say to me whatever they want, and it's my choice with how I respond. Isn't that great? People can say whatever they want to me, and I choose to be how I am inside. Wow, look at that. That's magic. So don't be stupid, Jack. Don't be stupid. And donate. Donate much more. It's not enough. I noticed mental positivity and meditation room. Excellent. That is good news. No, Jack, you have not donated. Anyways, my friends, we are going to continue. I see I cannot read the chat. I cannot even have it open, so probably we're gonna close the chat entirely for myself. You'll still be able to chat with others and still be able to read yourself, but I can't deal with these people. So it is very, very difficult. So if you wanna get my attention, then you should send a super chat. The message will go through a beautiful AI speakers through my thing, and then we will see. Okay. Oh, excuse me, Jack. You are correct. I was incorrect. You have donated. I see you sent $2 donations. Shiva is extreme inner peace. Rob is tormented. You also gave another $2 donation. I'm giving anger physician Robert. You said another $2 donation. Physician Rob is very miserable human being. I apologize about that. I'm sorry. My mistake. You have given to me in the past. So your words have some meaning and have some merit. So again, I regret to inform you that I live my life based on my choices and I spend time with whoever I choose to spend time with. And if you don't agree with how he's behaving, then go take it up with him. Don't take it up with me. What do I got to do with it? Okay. 10 religions of the world, only one a year is true. No. So send your questions my way, my friends. We'll read them out. By the way, I have some things for sale, some experiences for sale. What you see behind me, you see, we're raising funds. In fact, let me make sure that this is here as well. This is important. So every single dollar that goes through Streamlabs from this day forward um, will go towards me eating a spicy pepper. Now, I don't know if the uh, thing is backwards. I think it is backwards. But we are raising a substantial amount to eat the world's spiciest chip. This is the last chip challenge. Once you eat it, you are gone. So it is written backwards. It's $350. I made this little cutout. And if you want to send me $350 right now through, no, thank you, I'm not participating in your little organization that is violent towards others. Thank you very much. So we are going to do it. We are going to eat this very spicy chip. And I hid the ingredients, but the ingredients contain Carolina Reaper, ghost pepper, as well as some other very powerful herbs. Not herbs, spices. Spice. All right, so that's there. We're gonna wait for, and jalapeno, of course, yes. We're gonna wait for Dion to come back, and we're gonna snip some smelling salts. If we reach our goal today here, then we will be going to a special store and buying special gummies. It's going to be fantastic as well. It's going to be wonderful. And in the meantime, we're going to answer any of your questions. So send your questions my way because I don't really have much of a script or a plan to do in this particular live stream. So whatever the people decide to talk about, we will talk about. I changed my mind. I can't read the comments or questions because this is not good for my mental health. You see, my friends have been live streaming for a long time, and every single day the same comments keep coming up. And I thought that I would have patience and continuously answer all of them, but at a certain point, it seems like it's just not. It's a pit that you can't fill. It's an empty pit, or it's a bucket with no bottom. So the more you add, it doesn't do anything. So somebody's saying here that I'm appropriating their culture. That's okay. I've watched a video recently on Instagram of a woman, a Muslim woman. Shout out to all the Muslims, okay? She's walking in some little apartment building. There's a camera, and she's about to walk up the stairs. But before she walks up the stairs, there's a little baby cat just laying peacefully sleeping next to the stairs. And the woman just kicks it right in the face, right in the head. Boom. And she's very proud of that. And as she climbs the stairs, she falls and it hits her shin right in the joint where the steps meet. The very, very painful part. And she just, oh, oh, oh. So when I first watched that, I was like, oh, you see, God doesn't like animals being punished. You're going to get the karma right away. And I'm sure if I clicked on the comments would be filled with, oh, do you see, God really is just. And then I was showering, I was realizing, actually, God doesn't give a shit about animals. God loves punishing animals and killing animals and slaughtering animals. Otherwise, let alone the human being slaughter, is a Holocaust that's happening. The worst Holocaust in history is happening to animals right now every single day for hundreds of years. Let alone that, just in the way that nature is made. Nature feeds upon the living bodies of others. Just torment and horror every single day. Thanks, God. What is that? What is that? Clearly, well, whatever the intelligent design is of the universe, because I'm sure there's something. But whatever is happening on this earth is just wild. It's just, there are no rules here. So if God is existing, then clearly he's not compassionate. Because why would he be?
At Seraph_Null donated 17 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. Let a wave of donations begin. Let's see who's the real ones here. Ocean wave emoji.
Absolutely, Sarah. Thank you so much. And we are raising money to eat the world's spiciest pepper, as you can see here. Every single donation on Streamlabs goes towards this. In fact, if somebody wishes to send me $350, I'll just eat it right now. I'll have to go prepare, eat some food beforehand, but I'll continue live streaming and then we'll just eat it. And I don't care. And it means the last ship, meaning that this might be the end of my life. So this will be the last live stream, but we're gonna make it happen. And as well as we're gonna continue streaming. Yes, and Mr. Shouty, yes, now on Streamlabs, and we just go ahead and do it because fuck it. What you know, what is my life worth anyway? I'm gonna be dead, and it's just time to stop pretending. I'm here living in Canada. I'm sad all the time. I'm basically in the verge of tears constantly, and I don't know why. I wasn't like this when I was traveling around, being happy swimming in the oceans. But I'm like in the verge of crying. Just I want to go into a closet and just force myself to cry and cry it out. Why, Shiva? Why? I wish I could tell you, but I'm not. There is no way in hell paying $350 to see you eat something a little spicy. Well, maybe not entirely, but every donation that goes through Streamlabs, we will eat. We're gonna, we are going to mark it. So we have a little marker here. So, Mr. Shouty, if you want to contribute, then you can be the first chunk. You can be the first donor. And then I'll use a pen and we will scratch off how much we've raised. Once we get to the top, there's no hiding. There's no going anywhere. And I'm a man of my word and I promise what I do and I will do it and I will eat it. The world's spiciest chip, Carolina Reaper, jalapeno pepper, ghost pepper, whatever other peppers there are in here. We're going to do that, okay? And as well as the first, we're raising a goal here for 20 super chats. We're going to go and buy a special gummy and we're going to have it to eat for our live streams tomorrow, probably, or reach our goal. So certainly ask your questions, ideally in the super chat, because people send questions that, I'm not really reading the chat. So send a super chat, whatever amount of dollars you want, and then I'll definitely read your question or listen to your comment. And it gets played through my speakers. So it's great. Yeah, truth seeker, hemp keeper, I understand, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And it's always like that in the beginning, so don't worry about it.
At Seraph _null donated 17 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. Shiva, I had the same depression dark phases. What saved me was finding an honorable mission.
I don't really care for working out and exercising. I just don't care for it at all. I used to when I was filled with hormones in my youth and I wanted to look good in front of the women, and that was a big inspiration to me. And I would go and lift weights and etc. And I got some results. But then I realized I don't care. I don't give a shit about that at all. Why am I doing this? It doesn't feel good. It's I would just much prefer just to be sitting by myself. And then I realized I'm well, first I realized that lifting weights and bodybuilding and all this nonsense is just kind of worthless. It's really no significance at all because as a man, you're supposed to learn how to fight and know how to fight, and that's it. So I have a little boxing bag here, and I hit it every day because out of necessity. Because if the worst case scenario comes, at the very least, I should have the ability to inflict some kind of damage on the person. Otherwise, what good am I as a man? So that is some kind of purpose that I'm pursuing. Otherwise, I'm thinking about this too, Seraph, because I don't have any mission or goal or larger vision. I have some small, larger visions of how I want to live, like off the grid and just sustainably and etc. like that. But otherwise, I got nothing. I don't have any spiritual goals because my spiritual goals have largely been fulfilled, and I'm kind of just coasting. I'm feeling good every day, and well, generally I'm feeling good. I'm in a very sad phase. I just literally want to cry. I want to cry on the stream. There's so many bottled up tears that haven't been expressed. So that's one thing. But yeah, I'm sure this will get better as I get older or as I reach in my 32, 33 year peak. So, and what other alternative is there? I just got to keep going. I mean, what am I going to do? Jump off a little skyscraper or something like that? No, that's not going to happen. I might eat this chip if somebody donates on Streamlabs $350. We'll eat this chip right now, and this might be the end of me, and it'll be an honorable ending. It'll be live streamed, and it'll be very good, and yeah, it'll be fantastic. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, we'll see how it goes. So, anyways, if you have questions, if you have comments, send it as a super chat. Otherwise, I'm probably not going to read it. I'm definitely going to listen to it.
At Seraph underscore null donated 35 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. I also didn't have a goal or a mission. But then God sent me opportunities to take responsibilities and actually helping people. I encourage the path of leadership.
Yes, 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 yes. Well, quite frankly,
Kiernan Ward donated $2 by Streamlabs. Just curious, but what kind of energy do you see from me? Also, please talk about why you are saying you are sad.
okay, well, Kian, thank you very much for your donation. If you have a question, send me a donation. So, Sarah, on your comment, I'm actually, well, quite frankly, this is what I'm doing that I think has some merit to others. I'm getting on this live stream. I didn't want to do this live stream today. And I don't want to do live streams generally. Only a few times that I really have energy and I want to express, like I did a few days ago, or I do live streams with Dr. Rob. I can pretty much do a live stream with Dr. Rob any day. But me getting by on here by myself, I'd rather go play some video games. I have some fantastic video games here on my computer. You know, a good computer that I have. I just go play video games. But this is a service that I'm doing, and this is a way of giving back that is worth it for others, not only to me but for others as well. So leadership and leadership involves, I don't really know what leadership involves, but uh, leadership involves your own internal motivation to get up and do something, and sometimes that's hard to muster. So not every day you feel like doing it, but if it's worth it, then we will do it.
At Jack Mehoff 8917 donated $2. Gummies are made exclusively from animal cartilage.
Thank you very much, Jack. I appreciate being here, and I'm sorry about that in the beginning. Um, I will choose a special vegan gummy bear. So we're at 4 out of 20, my friends. If we reach 20, then we're gonna go today or tomorrow and go to the special store where special edible gummies are made. Do you understand what I'm saying by special? I'm not promising I'm gonna eat it, but I'm gonna buy it, and it's gonna be right here. And who knows what happens after that.
At Seraph underscore null donated 17 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. Leadership is serving something bigger than you. You start living when you find something worth dying for.
Humanity is something bigger than me, and relieving some suffering on the planet is bigger than me. Creating better conditions in the world is something bigger than me. Those are noble, worthwhile aspirations for me to go towards, and I am going towards that. And um, okay, so yeah, this is very welcoming and warming to my heart, opening up to life and to humanity and being of service and doing good things. As for Kian's question, he donated $2 on Streamlabs. Thank you very much, Kian. Streamlabs is the way to go, the best way to go. What energy do I see from Kian? Well, Kian, that's kind of a private thing, but I see people's energies from every single question or comment that I receive, or at least I read the person's name, I see the emblem, and then I look deeper into who that is, the person that's behind that, and I can see that, I can feel that, I can see the color of the energy. So, generally speaking, people are of two categories: people that are very much in light and towards wisdom, or people that are much more towards density and darkness and ignorance. So, this is the spectrum that I see. And the large majority here are people that are positive and seeking wisdom and light. there are very few people that are coming on here that are very kind of angry and this and that. And then there's the subtleties of various things. But if you want an energy reading from me, if you actually want me to perceive your energy, etc., then contact me and we'll talk face to face. As far as why I'm sad, I think it's just Canada and partially that, partially not being able to. I can't talk about it. If I talk about it, then I'm just making things up. I don't know. I don't know why I'm sad, but I am sad, and I've been sad for the past 3 4 days. I realize it. I'm on the verge of tears, and I just wish that this heart space gets touched enough that I just sit and cry it out. But I'm sad that I'm gonna have to leave my family members behind. I'm gonna die. My family members are gonna die. I'm sad that my mother's gonna die at some point, and I'm gonna have to grieve that. And I'm sad that this life is just.
At Seraph underscore Null donated 6 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. You're sad because you don't feel you grow.
That is very true. Um, I'll have to think about that more. But yeah, the grief process of my family members passing away, etc. And honestly, sometimes I don't even know why I'm living, because this whole thing is gonna get taken away, and I'm not feeling as good every day as I want to, meaning ecstasy and bliss and enlightenment, etc. And so I know if I were to feel that way, then I wouldn't have feelings of sadness. But I don't feel that way every day. And sometimes I think, like, what the hell is the point? I'm building all this, I'm acquiring all this, I'm even growing, and then it's just gonna be dead. That's a very pessimistic way of looking at it, but that's the way that I'm looking at it or thinking about it right now. But that will change. That will change.
At Austin.Blanton donated $2. If she was saved by God, she would live forever.
Anyways, I don't want to continue on talking about how I'm sad because that's worthless. I'm certain that I will figure the sadness out and I'll go have a good cry and talk to my mom about it. We will do a live stream with my mom very soon. You all get a chance to see her and to meet her. She's a wonderful spiritual being. Otherwise, we will continuing on. With what? I don't know. I have no idea. Yeah, growth needs to happen, I guess. And it's okay to grow.
At Austin.Blanton donated $2. I died and meet God, he saved me and he will you.
Well, thank you very much. I hope that I meet God at some point and I have some questions for him. Shout out to God.
At Austin.Blanton donated $2. I love you, man, and so does he. At Seraph underscore Null donated 17 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. Shiva, I was there at 30. I promise you it will be great. You just have to move forward. Remember I said it when it happens, folded hands emoji.
I believe it. I believe you. And there is nothing left to do except to go forward. And sometimes I'm sad at how much effort this all takes. I don't want things to take effort. I want them to be effortless.
At Marcus Roth 24 donated $2. Have you ever thought about moving to Philippines?
No, never. That's not a country I want to visit either, or even.
At Austin. Blanton donated $2. My dad killed me. I know pain more than most.
Oh, yeah. It's time to keep going. Effort. Sometimes things are effortless. I understand that I need to take care of my body much more because my body is the vessel that I take through the universe with and experience with. And
At Seraph _Null donated 17 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. It can't be effortless. The trick is finding the effort you enjoy. I promise you it works beautifully. Folded hands emoji.
thank you very much, Sarah. And I'm looking forward to it. And you know, me talking about sadness on this live stream and this and that, I don't think it's that valuable. But at the same time, that's what I'm feeling right now. And what am I going to talk about else? Yes, there's nothing left to do except to keep going, and I will keep going. There's no other choice to do the reasonable things, the things that are needing to be done.
Hiernan War donated $2 by Streamlabs. Sadhguru implanted a seed in you. You should continue your sadhana if the issue is on growing.
Yes, 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 absolutely. It's more valuable than smelling farts, Shiva. I hope so. You see, this is I don't have any spiritual goals anymore. I think this is the fundamental core of the problem. I don't meditate really, except when I go to bed. When I wake up, there's a powerful time for transition and self exploration. I don't do any kind of yoga or anything like that because I don't see a reason to. I don't have any goals. I don't see any aspiration. I don't see anything that's to look forward to. Pretty much what I've needed to get done has been done. And the only thing that's left is just to live and to now live in the material world and to go and acquire some land and some resources and some collect free rainwater, put in some solar panels, and just live peacefully in some quiet place, not beside roads and cars. That's what I want to have happen. Um, if I eat the hot shit behind you, you'll forget that I'm sad. Certainly, certainly, but I'll forget a lot of other things. So, yeah, I think also people don't like when I say this. Some people really just really irritates them, but I am 30 years old, and
At Seraph _Null donated 17 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. Great. That's called character arc. If it was constant, it would be a boring story. You're lucky to have different episodes.
no, no problem, no problem. Um, yeah,
At Austin. Blanton donated $10. Ask for God now on chat with your whole heart. You'll see He will come to you in your dream and you will know He is true. Do not let evil lead you like sheep, or you will be led to a cliff to death, pain.
whoa, that was biblical. This live stream is forcing me to open up my heart, and that hurts to do, and that is what is making me sad because so much pain is in the world, and even opening your heart, you can get hurt by so many things. Just sharing your love with somebody, you can get hurt easily. The heart is such a easy to hurt thing. So, but it's beautiful. You know, what other option do you have except to open your heart to life, to the universe, your creation. And that's what I'm willing to do. That's what I'm going to do. That's what makes me happy to do. Yes, it's a hardship in the background. We're gonna eat it at some point. And yeah, sometimes you hide pain from others.
At Seraph underscore Null donated 6 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. The one who loves never loses.
Yes, I like that. That's very true. Sharing your love, opening your heart, expressing your kindness to others, it's really never going to go wrong. Um, we hide our pain from others. We hide our. Wow, I'm realizing so many things. You know, it doesn't feel good to be hurt by other people. And the people that you love, when they hurt you, maybe unintentionally.
At Midwest Mike 21 donated $1.99. You are known. You are heard. You are seen.
Thank you very much for your donation. You know, when people that you love hurt you, it hurts, and then sometimes you got to hide it because confronting them or talking to them about it, it makes you want to cry, and you don't want to cry. So yeah, love. Love is a word that I haven't really used or felt or explored at all. Growing up with my family, the word love was like almost unheard of. Yeah, it was unspoken. Yeah, my parents loved me for sure. I love them, but it's kind of like shameful to love. It's a Eastern European thing. And we see the consequences right now in the war with Ukraine and Russia. There's no love. People are just filled with confusion and hate, and they're killing each other and bombing each other. And thank God I got out.
At Austin.Blanton donated $5. You do not ask on chat because you do not want to meet him but laugh like you know you already know.
That's true. Sometimes when people tell me to meet God and this and that, my logical mind kicks in, and I think this is just nonsense. This is fairy tales. And maybe I don't want to meet him. Like, what the fuck, God? What the fuck? It's bullshit. It's bullshit. So, oh God, oh God. Why is God causing all these atrocities to happen in the world?
At Seraph underscore Null donated 17 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. But there's love between them inside. I work with a large team of Ukrainians. They love each other like a real family. Ukraine emoji.
Mm, that's nice to hear. Thank you. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for your donation, Sarah. This whole situation is just sad. I'm looking at videos every single day, pretty much, on the updates of what's happening in Ukraine and Russia. And um, Ukraine is using drones to attack Russia's oil refineries where they make money. But Russia is sending drones and attacking civilian infrastructure like town centers, hospitals, kindergarten schools, retirement homes, and apartment buildings. There's an apartment building bombing every single day in Ukraine because Russia is sending drones into the apartments. So I don't know what to say to that or what to think of that. My grandfather's also from West Ukraine. We are cousins. Nice to meet you. Welcome. I'm happy to be born from Ukraine. I was ashamed to be Ukrainian for a long time, especially in my earlier youth. But Ukraine has one of the most beautiful language in the world. This might be biased, of course. I'm sure it is biased, but maybe if we can look at it objectively as well. French is a beautiful language. It's very silky smooth. And Ukrainian, if you maybe hear Ukrainian from the outside, you don't really understand that much. But when you speak Ukrainian, it's like heavenly. It's like very, very soft, uh, nature like, very beautiful, especially to children. Ukraine also has some of the most fertile land in the world. Um, so I'm happy to be Ukrainian. It has mountains and other things. But yeah. Heart chakra energy is like sour candy. Maybe that's why I ate sour candy, is kind of synchronicity with that.
At Austin.Blanton donated $5. I used to be you man, trust me, and it's not God, my friend. This is Centauri. So much more to this. No one has it all figured out.
Okay, Austin, just because of you, I'm willing to let God in. God, please come in. It sounds so silly to say this, but yeah, let's go. Show me what you got. Show me some. I know there's, I know there's things happening here, but I just don't believe that there's a God, like some entity. But maybe I'm wrong. So just show me whatever is the truth. Show me the truth. Let God, universe, show me what's real. So yeah, sour candy really opens up the heart. That's funny. So we've reached our goal. Wow, this was amazing. We're gonna go and we're gonna explore some new things with our live streams. We're gonna make more entertaining things happen. We are going to mm, give the viewers what they want.
At Austin.Blanton donated $2. I'm crying right now. I really wish I could hug you.
Well, I can hug you virtually. It's a shame we can't get along as human beings. I mean, generally speaking, we can all get along here. But generally speaking, in the world, people are going after each other, killing each other, prosecuting each other, harming each other. Why? We're all one species here. Can't we all get along, come together, hug, hold hands, work towards something? Maybe the only way we can work towards something is if aliens came and tried to attack us.
At Seraph_Null donated 35 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. One way I think of God is, we are like phones, a device. And we all communicate and get info via server. Some source. That is God.
Mm. Some phones are better at picking up the signal than others. Some phones have the signal turned off. In yoga, yoga means union. Yoga also means making your body in a a vessel that connects to the source to keep your spine straight and to do certain things with the body so that light of God can come in.
A Truth Seeker Hemp Keeper donated $3. I tried to come up with comforting words. I got 0.
You are comforting enough, Truth Seeker Hemp Keeper, and your energy is very comforting. Thank you. Thank you very much for your donation. Thank you very much for your donations, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it highly. Sadhguru says there's no purpose to life. Life is just like a blade of grass. It just lives. It's beautiful. It lives and dies. So one has to keep the spine straight to be a better signal to God. Oh, so sad, so sad. Yeah. I think raising kids gives you a big purpose in life, and it gives you something to look forward to and strive towards and work towards or build. I think the people that don't have kids are trying to find the right words here, not as mature as people that have kids. And if God allows it, I will have kids in the future. That'll be great. So yeah, gotta find some way to deal with all the sadness inside of me. I'm sure I'll cry it out, either on the stream or off the stream, and live a happy, normal life. But there's a lot of bottled up emotion inside of me that I haven't been able to deal with or work with, and that needs to be handled.
At Austin.Blanton donated $5. God seeks the poor, not the rich. He seeks the dull grass.
I like that. Yes, it's very difficult for a rich man to go into heaven because he's full of his ego. So one has to do what is needed, what is the right thing, regardless of how you feel, regardless of what, regardless. As a man, that's your responsibility, I think, is to know what the right thing to do is and then do it, regardless of how you feel, regardless if it's hard or not, or if it's something else or something else. And, something as simple as keeping your spine straight, which I don't normally do. I know how important it is logically. And I also feel my organs not working as well as they should when I'm slunched over. I, have a relatively upright posture, but perfectly straight, I haven't really seen a reason to do that either. But our posture also protects us. When I see people that are slunched over and hunched over like this, they're literally protecting themselves. They're protecting their vital organs, protecting their heart. So people that have been hurt.
At Austin.Blanton donated $5. You know that urge you feel to do good, seek it, be the candle.
Yes, and with that being said, The most valuable thing that I think that I can offer you, my friends, here is I think it is the 5 moral precepts as taught by the Buddha. It's moral principles that you should live by, and if you don't live by them, then lots of pain will certainly come. So it's not to kill living beings, not to steal, not to lie, not to misuse your sexuality, and not to intoxicate your mind. The last one is a bit tricky because um, I should live by that as well. I should live by that as well. But yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I'm feeling sad right now, but the reality of the situation is that life is impermanent and everything is impermanent. This sadness is impermanent as well. So the problem comes when you get attached to it and you think that I'm sad or I'm feeling this way or I'm feeling that
At Seraph underscore null donated 35 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. Life is like that black and white stone game. The last white stone flips the whole row white. Suddenly all the hard moments make sense, and you realize it all led to.
you realize it all led to this moment. I believe it. I believe that's true. Thankfully, I don't have many hard times in my life. I'm very fortunate that way. Sure, I feel sad once in a while or stub my toe here and there. But hardships, I'm very blessed to not go through through so much suffering like some people are going through in the world. People are really going through some stuff like war zones, and so I really have nothing to complain about in that way. But yeah, once you die or once the last moment of your death, and even after you pass away from this life, probably it all makes sense. And it makes sense now. When I'm walking um, through my home when I'm by myself, sometimes here, and it's completely dark, and I'm feeling fear. And then I'm thinking, how do enlightened beings not feel fear? And then I realize that this life is just a game. It's just a little froth on top of the beer. When you have beer, there's a little film that floats on top. This is what life is like. The substance is nothing, is empty, but the substance is massive. It's way larger than the creation, and you're just a frothing bubble here. So it's a game. It's a kind of a joke. It's fun. You live it. You take it very seriously. It's very important. But at the same time, it's death is like doesn't mean anything. When you die, you just go into the space. If you can detach from your mind. If you're attached to your mind and you think you're something and you're someone, then you're gonna become someone again after this life. You're gonna go somewhere else. That's not what I want to do. I want to disappear. Mm. Yes, my friends. Yes, 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 yes. May all of us be happy. May all of us be liberated. And may all of us be peaceful.
At Seraph underscore null donated 17 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. Life means nothing. There's no meaning. And yet, it's fun to find one.
Yes. What is the meaning of my life? Bliss and ecstasy. I know this sounds selfish, to some people. What? How dare you feel bliss and ecstasy? Don't you know the people are suffering? You should suffer like them too. No, I don't want to suffer. I'm done suffering. I'm done feeling sad. So I want to learn the technology of my mind and body and make myself blissed out all the time, like Sadhguru, like this guy. See, if you look into his eyes, if you watch any kind of video of his and you look, he's like stoned on weed every day. He's not smoking anything, but he knows how to control his brain and he makes himself high. He's fully sharp and has clarity, but he's stoned AF. That's how I want to live. That's how I want to be. I want to be blissed out all the time. And I know I can be that. I want to have I want to have extreme intensity of life, extreme experiences. I want to have this life be absolutely at the peak. It doesn't mean I'm going to go skydiving because, yeah, that's some external thing, but I want to live intensely. I want to be intensely. I want this life to be so intense in this body that every moment it's like a movie scene. So that's what Sadhguru says as well. That people do drugs, people go have sex, people go skydiving because they want to have an intense experience, but they don't know how to have an intense experience just by sitting by themselves in their room without anything. But that's where intensity is built, not by jumping off of a building or something else or a plane. That's good too. You should definitely live life and explore life. But the foundation has to be intense. And one little secret is to keep your spine straight. Yogis have said that the spine is the axis of the universe. It is what holds the universe upright, or yeah, you're holding the universe on your spine. That's true. Without your spine, you wouldn't experience anything. So the straighter your spine, the more elongated your neck is, the more clarity you have.
Hiernan Ward donated $2 by Streamlabs. Morality is death, there is no chitta in it, it's a dead way to live without consciousness, meditate on Bhairav and Chinnamaster. It's a fast to care about ethics.
This is something that I agree with it largely. Yeah, I agree with it largely. My only caveat is that when I first came in contact with the Buddha and I heard the five moral precepts, it was so, I just understood this is the secret to life. It's so simple, just five things you don't do. It's not like you have to strive, but this is the science of life. You don't kill living beings, you don't steal from others, you don't misuse your sexuality by raping people, etc. You don't lie and you don't intoxicate your mind. This is like the perfect formula for well-being. Just don't do these things and you're going to be good. Things are going to be very very well off for you. But consciousness, yes, developing your consciousness is the broad side of it. It's that, yes, but it's still important to know, because if you know that it doesn't lead to your well-being, then you may stop yourself. Anyways, I don't know. I don't know. Sadhguru says exactly the same thing, Kian. He says that morality is dead and you should develop your consciousness. Or, yeah. So caring is lively, yeah. There really isn't anything else.
At Seraph underscore null donated 17 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. Those are nice 5 principles of what not to do. But I think life also requires some actions. What to do?
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, certainly. Well, if you don't do these things, you're not gonna get into trouble. But then, what do you do? And the only thing to do is master your mind. What else to do? Yeah, you can go and build houses for the poor. You can go and help starving children and feed them water. Those are very good things to do. Absolutely, we should do them. We should improve life conditions for everybody. That's what we should do. Yeah. So master your mind and improve the conditions of life. That's what we're here to do. That's what we need to do. What else to do? The conditions of planet Earth are quite horrid. Well, I shouldn't say that. They're pretty good. I mean, I'm living, I'm alive. I'm happy. I'm living in a nice place. It's beautiful. I can go get some food and nice. I don't know what I'm talking about. To improve your mind, that's the only thing that you can do. That's the only thing that's worthwhile and valuable. And because everything is in your mind, the whole world, the whole universe is in your mind. And people change from within their minds. People don't change from the outside. So we have to strive to first not do evil, then to do good, and to purify our minds. This is the Buddha's teachings, by the way. This is the entire Buddhist philosophy. And the Buddha said that any other Buddha that came before me, this is all that they taught, is to do good deeds, to avoid evil, and to purify your mind. This is as fundamental as it gets. Purifying your mind from hatred, greed, delusion. When you have a pure mind, things become so simple and so easy, and you know what to do. That you know what the right thing to do is, not because somebody told you, but just because from life you are, you have clarity, you have connection with life and the universe, or with nature. With nature, you have connection with nature. So purifying your mind, purifying your heart to its natural most state. When you're just living in nature, in alignment with nature, it becomes so easy, so effortless. So, yeah, what to do becomes so easy. The right things to do become so effortless to see and to know. Okay, this is what needs to be done. And this is a idea that is taught by Sadhguru, or this is the first idea that I learned from Sadhguru. I never really heard anybody say this until Sadhguru said it, and it made so much sense to me. I'll tell it to you like this, okay? Dumb people do what they hate to do. They hate doing their job, but they do it. Why? I don't know. For money. Smart people, they do what they love to do, what they're passionate in doing, and they enjoy it to some extent. They enjoy doing that. But true geniuses, I mean, really wise people, do only what is necessary and what is needed, what is required. So, what's required may not be what you like to do, but it's required, so you do it. So this totally shattered my viewpoint because I thought, oh, you should only do things that you love. And why would you do things that you hate? Maybe you just abandon everything you hate. But that's not those are just little subjective things inside of you. You can change that at any moment. But what's required, what needs to get done, that needs to be done by us. I'm glad you like that, sir. So we got to do what's needed. We got to do what's needed. Are you vegan? Yes. This is what I think is needed. I'm not vegan for any fancy reasons or even for my health. I don't care about that. But I see this is the animals are suffering very badly, and it's needing what's needed is for us to abolish this whole industry, for us to boycott it. And how do you boycott it? Well, I'm not buying meat, I'm not buying fish or eggs or milk or anything that has milk ingredients or anything like that.
At Seraph underscore null donated 6 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. That's being Batman. Bat emoji.
That's being Batman. I like Batman, but can you explain how? Maybe you can comment. Why is Batman doing what's needed? Batman is a real life superhero. No, I care about my health, absolutely. But my priority for being vegan is not my health. I didn't really see any difference between eating meat and eating plants in terms of my health. I feel more energized, energetic. I feel more happier. I feel more flexible. But I sleep less. But the health aspect is really secondary. The most important thing is to stop the animals from suffering. And I am doing my part. I'm just boycotting that whole thing. Yes.
At Seraph underscore null donated 17 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. He doesn't do what makes him happy. He does what he do because the city needs me.
Yes, 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 yes. That man's quite a miserable guy, or at least it seems. The movies that I've seen, he's not really smiling or happy or joyful. He's kind of like a Batman. But he does what's needed, and that's the most important thing. He does what's needed. Thank you very much, Mr. Shambho. He's also the only superhero that doesn't have any superpowers. He's just a guy that's rich. But he does what's needed. In Gotham. I don't do things that are needed all the time. Sometimes I'm lazy. But I'd like to get better at that. And I think that with age and with more maturity, that will happen.
At Seraph underscore null donated 6 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. He has a superpower. He never gives up.
You know, I know how valuable it is and how important it is to fight and to learn how to fight. I mean, not to fight, but to learn the skills of fighting. Recently, I watched an Instagram video of Larry Fink or Larry some guy. He's like this black bodybuilder. He has his own gym. He's a very famous Instagram influencer. And he went into a martial arts gym and he said he can kick anybody's ass because he's a huge guy. He's very big. And maybe I even have it saved here. I'd love to show you this. This is going to be very educational. So he goes to this gym, mixed martial arts gym. He doesn't have any training. He's just a kind of, bodybuilder. I need to save these videos, man. Let's see if I can find it. So he goes to this gym, this martial arts gym, and he says he can kick anybody's ass. And especially men that are smaller than him. He's quite a big guy and very muscular and lots of muscles on him. And then he fights men that are shorter than him and much skinnier than him. Like, I don't know, 150 pounds less than him, a lot of weight less than him. And he gets absolutely demolished. Like within 10 seconds, he gets submitted because the men are trained fighters. They know what to do. It doesn't matter how bulky you are. It doesn't matter if you think you're going to pick them up. They're just going to prevent you from picking them up. So if the man just gets a hold of you, it's over. The fight is over. And that's exactly what happened. So a man that are much smaller than him grabs a hold of him, grabs his legs, picks him up, puts him on his shoulder, and starts spiraling around like a helicopter, and then gently lays him down and submits him. And Larry got very angry at that because, naturally you would be. It made me understand. I understood this from a very Larry Wheels. Yes, Larry Wheels. So Larry Wheels. My phone is not loading. it made me understand. I understood this from an early age that bodybuilding and all these kind of even sports is kind of useless. It's nonsense. The only thing that matters as a man is to fight, to learn how to fight, to train. And I've joined mixed martial arts gym in the past. I've joined Brazilian jiu-jitsu gyms, and they kept on saying it like the only reason why a black belt is a black belt is because he doesn't quit. That's it. So a black belt is a white belt that never quit. And just today, again, as I was showering, many things come to me when I'm showering. I'm sure you do too. This idea, this sentence kept repeating in my mind. If I never quit from that time period when I was 22 years of age, joining this Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu gym, then maybe I would have been a black belt by now. But I quit. Oh, I didn't think it was quitting. I thought, oh well, it's like not the right time, or it's a little bit inconvenient, or this that. I didn't take enough priority in doing this, and well, you know, I didn't see it as something that was needed. I just put it off. And that is a mistake. That was a mistake. Was it a mistake? I don't know. I prioritized other things. I prioritized going to Thailand and meditating with monks instead of, you know, wrestling with smelly men and getting their sweat all over my face. That really isn't the best thing. But hey, So absolutely, Batman doesn't quit, and if you just pursue something, you don't quit, the results are bound to follow. Amy, Dr. Rob is absurd, and you have to understand him. Most people that are here that are commenting, things about him, they don't understand him.
At Seraph underscore null donated 17 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. But you didn't run when you ruined Rob's cigarettes. You didn't quit there. You faced your fears, flexed biceps emoji.
That was a powerful live stream. That was a very fun live stream, and I want to do more in real life live streams like that. Yeah, that's true. Well, I did run away actually, and you kind of forced me to look at it and go forward, which I did. But I guess the moral of the story is that you have to find what is needed, what the direction of your life that you want to go to, that you need to go to, something that's worthwhile doing, and then keep doing it every day, and no matter what, without quitting. So there's a few areas of my life, like this YouTube channel is one. I've made thousands of videos, and I'm going to continue going live because I think this is worth it. Well, it definitely is worth it for me financially, but for people. And I want to expand my influence and expand my reach. Going on a vegan diet, I haven't quit. I think this is worth it. Absolutely, I'm not going to eat animals' bodies. Semen retention, abstaining from ejaculation, abstaining from um, just spending time with women just casually. Oh, let's just have some sex and let me ejaculate. And no, that's gone from my life. Never. I know this is worth it. This is something that I need to do, even though I would love to enjoy the pleasure of sleeping with some woman, but there's just nothing like that right now. And there will be more. There will be more things that I take on and do, and yeah. So it's got to be done. It's got to be done. All right, perfect. I found it. When they got 125 pounds against me, it's not hard. It's not hard at all. I'm telling you, you're gonna top out. You're gonna see. I can recharge easily. There's levels to this shit. 10 seconds. Yeah, like that. God damn, right? It's like a. Yeah, it's over. It's over. That was crazy. You got very angry at that. So let's see if I can show you a longer version. He's 260 pounds. He gets a hold of him, it's over. Oh my god. He did this on purpose. Oh man. So when I read the comments, it said there's weight classes for men that know how to fight. The weight class doesn't mean much when you're untrained. So I definitely want to learn how to fight. That's a very valuable thing that I will learn how to do. And when the right time comes, when things are situated and it's time for me to put enough energy into this, I will. And I'm gonna keep going until I won't quit. So that's for the future. Baba ni Baba. So yeah. I don't know what it is, but my internet isn't loading. Only Instagram loads. Do you think Sadhguru knows how to fight? No. In fact, Sadhguru was quite wimpy when it comes to. There's a little video of him talking to Mike Tyson. He said, "Oh, Mike Tyson, don't make me up, don't make me up," as a joke. But of course, that's not his priority. And sometimes I think about that. If it's a realistic thing for me to go and do, because you're investing all this time, all this energy, all these resources towards learning how to fight and towards going to the gym. And I have to tell you this, okay? Because when I was doing my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu training for whatever little few months that I was doing it, there were times that men mounted me and basically we were on a 69 position, and then I just smelled their ass. Their ass was in my face, and I just smelled feces. So I'm not, I'm used to smelling feces now in this live stream, but in real life, it was quite traumatic. I'm like, why the fuck am I doing this? Am I doing this for the small chance that some guy's going to bum rush me on the street and now I know how to freaking jujitsu him? All right, well, I can run better. Better training for me is just to learn how to sprint very fast. So that's probably better training. Second better training is, I don't know, to learn how to call the police quickly. Third better training is to be on the lookout for rocks and sticks. That's probably better. And it's much more efficient. So, anyways, but definitely, I want to learn how to fight because that changes you as a man. That improves you definitely, and so that's what I want to say. And plus, martial artists wear synthetic material. They wear like spandex. Yeah, exactly, spandex. So it's not good. It's plastic. Nothing big happens if you get punched to the face. I got multiple. I was thinking about that recently, actually, too. I've never been punched in the face. Just never really. I kind of avoided those things, situations, and I'm just peaceful by my nature. So even when I got mixed up into fights trying to break up a fight, and a man was just about to punch me because he thought that I'm getting into the thing, I'm getting into the energy. Oh, you wanna have some fun too? Here, take it. And I just looked at him. I looked into his eyes, and he realized, oh, okay, this guy's no big deal. So maybe that's something I'm missing. I don't know. Maybe I need to get punched in the face. But I've been submitted many times in Brazilian jiu-jitsu training, and that doesn't feel good. One time there was a guy that was around my age, actually he was much younger than me, my size, and he was much skinnier than me, but he was much stronger than me because for whatever reason, he's just much stronger. And it felt so bad losing to him. And I got so angry that I faced him again, and I really wanted to beat him. And I was really using my anger. That's when you get angry in a fight. It's not a good idea. And then he felt it, and he just humiliated me on the mat in a very subtle way. And I just felt so defeated. That was one of the worst experiences of my life. So I don't take this for granted, my friends. I don't take this YouTube channel for granted. I don't take you for granted, this community for granted. I don't want to disrespect anybody here, and I want to do what's truly valuable. Not because it's valuable for you, but also because it's valuable for me, valuable for everybody. And so I don't take you for granted. I don't take this for granted, and I'm very fortunate to have this YouTube channel. I've grown this YouTube channel, thankfully. I've wanted to make YouTube videos for such a long time, literally 10 plus years. And then one day I finally got the confidence and the understanding and clarity. Okay, now I need to start my YouTube channel. And that was the start. That was over 3 years ago. So I see this as a possibility of building something actually meaningful and worthwhile, not some fancy YouTube videos of me, eating some spicy chips or some little sour candy. This is good for short term. This is good. This is something to do right now. But the possibility and the potential is to reach millions of people, to reach people all across the world, and to improve the lives of millions. I've been punched in the face by men and women. The man was a Samoan bouncer. I fell to the ground and got back up. Oh my God, Shelly, you're a badass. And I hope it wasn't. I mean, getting punched by a Samoan is bad enough, but I hope you were okay after that. I hope, yeah. So Shelly actually asked me a few days ago, what is the goal here? Is it going to be me acquiring an infinite amount of fart sprays and seeing if I can spray myself with 10 fart sprays all around 360? That's a good idea. Maybe I'll do that. But the goal is to live sustainably. That's the number one goal right now. To live in a way that requires no external food, no external water, no external energy, no external much. Maybe I'll get a Starlink or something like that, and then just live in a peaceful space. That's what I want to build for myself and probably also for others. That's coming in the future. The biggest priority is to live in a peaceful space, a quiet space, a space that you don't hear cars at the very least. That's where I want to go. So you're going to see that in the very, very near future, potentially.
At Seraph _ donated 6 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. You'll have to fight for this peace, Shiva.
Yes, 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 yes. But verbally, emotionally, physically, maybe not so much. I think the chances of me getting into a fist fight or a physical altercation is quite low, but I need to be prepared for that. But life is a fight, in a way. Life is also a dance, in a way. You have to compete with other men, and It's a whole thing. Makes me sad thinking about it. Giant dogs don't work. Don't buy a dog for protection. It's not going to work. There's a small chance that it will work, but good chances that it won't work unless you buy an actual protection dog, a dog that has a temperament to bite. But most dogs are just like most human beings. They're not willing to fight. If the push comes to shove, they're gonna just back away. Oh, it's getting real now. I'm just gonna bark. There's no bite. So if you want to get a dog for personal protection, then get a little Chihuahua and keep it inside the house. Chihuahua will bark and let you know anything that's going on. That's the first line of defense is sound. So a little a camera system can be broken, can be shut off, but a dog is very difficult to catch the dog, and especially a Chihuahua. So it'll make you aware. It's the best alarm system. Things are very real here on planet Earth. Things are real. You have to fight. You have to eat. You have to eat food that's basically soil. You're eating soil. You're eating a bunch of dirt, grinding it down. It's going into your stomach, and whatever God knows what's happening there. It's great.
At Seraph _ donated 17 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. You don't have to compete with no one. Just with yourself. Heal the boy, Shiva, and let the man be born.
Keel is the primary structure backbone of a watercraft running lengthwards. Um, Interesting. Okay, okay, okay. Yes, yes, Seraph, yes. There's a lot of immaturity in me. I think that I've matured quite slowly, or I didn't jump into living situations that would mature me quickly. I wasn't um I didn't have an urge to live quickly. That's what I mean. So I had some patience. Like for example, when it comes to women, when I fooled around some women for some time, and then I realized this is just not gonna go anywhere. I want to make it happen properly. But what I mean to say is I'm building my life patiently, slowly. And people at my age have careers, that have families, that have lives, that have everything. I didn't do that. I chose to go to Burma and go mentally insane in a Buddhist monastery because that's what was worth it to me was spiritual enlightenment. I didn't care about anything else. When I saw people going and getting degrees and having children, it was like a nightmare. Jesus, it's like terrifying. I don't want to have anything to do with that. So the possibility of me impregnating a woman was like the worst fear that I had. I think you're going slowly. Who fed you that bullshit? Well, what I mean by that is that I know that I'm 30 years old right now. When I reach 32, 33, this will be a big maturation period and point in my life. And I hope that some significant stability will be handled and uh, yeah, yeah, something will start there for sure. But it doesn't mean you go slowly while you compare to TV series. Yeah, that's difficult to do as well because I know it's kind of like nonsense, but still I feel some shame for living the way that I live and having chosen the things that I've chosen. If I go to my mom's friends, the first thing they're asking me is, "Hey, you have a girl? You have a wife? You have a?" No, I don't have that. No. But society influences are so strong. It is strong. Anyways, I'm not complaining about that. Who cares about that? But sometimes also I think, oh, maybe I made some mistakes. Maybe this is maybe yeah, yeah, certainly they are. Yes. And So am I having a spiritual life crisis, midlife crisis? That happens later. That usually happens at 32, 33. Right now, you need to put the consecrated items behind me like a. So this seems more appropriate because you can see the broad view. You can see all the energy. Better to be alone than with the wrong woman. Oh, yes. You've been single celibate for 9 years. Don't need a girlfriend. It's not worth the headache. I remember a time where, I wanted the pleasure from sensuality so much.
At Seraph underscore Null donated 17 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. You're good, I tell you. I see people much older than you that will never reach what you already did.
Well, thank you. That's encouraging. And I know, well, at least spiritually, mentally, whatever, but physically, financially, family, I'm people, the normal people, the NPCs so called, they think there's something wrong with me. And maybe there is. Anyway, um, I wanted the pleasure. Yeah, I wanted the pleasure from sensuality so badly at some point, and so I met this woman, very beautiful lady, and she had everything that a man would want in a lady. That's so it seems. And I was fooling around with her, and then it finally came time to basically. She said, "I even want to say this. Screw it. Let's go to this bathroom. We can be alone." And I knew what that meant. And suddenly I realized, oh my god, this is not what I want to do. This is risky. This is dangerous. And then I kind of played it off. Maybe if we were alone in the bed, it'd be a little bit different. But that's the kind of choices that I made. Yeah. So the Buddha said that it's better to be alone than to be in the company of foolish people, of NPCs. I also know that's true. I've largely kept it by myself, to myself, didn't have many friends. In fact, when I began my spiritual journey, I just sat in my room alone for the majority of my time, not spending time with anybody. I had some one or two close friends that I maybe spent time with a little bit here and there, but otherwise, the only friends that I had were online, like halfway across the world that had some kind of similar understanding that I had, but nobody was around me that was like that. They were all interested in going and drinking and getting with girls and doing whatever they're doing. So, yeah, that is not valuable in society standards. You're considered a loser or a loner or this or that. But I knew it was true. I knew that I needed to stay by myself and alone and not spend time with anybody. And still I do. Because what am I going to do? What am I going to go with? Am I going to go to some bar, some nightclub, or some nonsense? That is just great. Celibacy helps you to restore your energies. Absolutely. Where are they now? I don't even want to know where they are now. Um, Not where I am. You are doing well. Don't compare yourself to others. My cousin in Canada still lives in their parents' house with kids as well. It's a Canadian thing, maybe not smart. It's not a Canadian thing. Uh, Canada and America, they are enforcing children to go and find your own place. And I'm glad my mom didn't do that. My mom's going to be on the live stream soon. My dad, my stepdad, really wanted me out of the house because he saw me as a competition. He saw me as a threat to some extent, or some weird little thing. We're both men, and he's not my biological father, so it's this whole weirdness. My mom didn't care if I stayed in the house or not. We had room. What am I, some sort of like sleeping in their room? No. And I didn't want to leave. I didn't want to go. Like, okay, fine, let me go. What am I supposed to do? First of all, I have to go get a job, work some 9 to 5 job that's basically just absolute nonsense, has no value to me or to anybody else, just a little slave wage. then I get that money, and the majority of income goes towards me paying rent to somebody else. And now I get my own room, probably with roommates already too. But hey, I'm living by myself. Why? Because now I can have sex with women loudly. Wow, what an accomplishment. That made no sense to me. Made no reason to me. So I just stayed in my room. Maybe if I chose a path of going to college and studying some profession and now being a professional, that would have been something. But I didn't do that. In fact, I saw college. My God, it's so wonderful to revisit this because I hated elementary school. I hated high school. It was just such absolute nonsense I was learning. I knew it was nonsense, but everyone, literally everyone, was telling me this is important. You're going to be a failure if you don't do this. So my little rationality was just so minusculized because everyone is like, my friends were getting A's, and I'm thinking, what am I gonna do? I'm a failure. I don't know what x plus b squared means. I didn't care to study. I just barely passed high school. Then I went to university, and my university was pretty much paid for. My stepfather said, I'm gonna pay for your entire university. You just go, you study. And so I went get some random course that I wanted to study, and after like 3 or 4 months, I found this guy on YouTube and he said, fuck university, fuck school, I'm successful. I didn't need any of that. And that was like an eye opener. Oh my God, it can be done. It can be accomplished. It's nonsense. I'm quitting. And I dropped out of university after 3 or 4 months of staying there. Everyone was saying that you're a failure. I didn't care. This was absolute nonsense. So it doesn't mean that university is bad. You shouldn't go to university. You shouldn't study and be a professional. That's somebody else's path. That's not my path. You dropped out of university too? Nice. So I'm curious. I'm wondering if you don't have professional training, then how are you doing the kind of work that you're doing? Are you sales or? My mom said I never trusted men with beards. Never trust men with beards. Wow, your mom is she's an interesting lady. So I'm glad you broke out of those patterns, or maybe you still don't trust me. You gotta watch out. What did you do before YouTube? I had many jobs. I was lifeguard. I was doing construction training. I was doing dog training for a while. That was my first business, my own business. I was doing door to door sales for some time. I was doing telephone sales. I was doing jobs, and I was doing jobs because I know that I want to build skills for the future. What is the most difficult job? What is the job that I want to? I want to do sales. I want to do sales because that is maximum return, very difficult. And the first job that I it was just effortlessly falling into my place, into my lap.
At Seraph underscore Null donated 17 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. Because I never give up, I told you. I'm Batman, bat emoji, I just got shit done. That's my real job.
Getting shit done is the real deal. That's the name of the game. That's what it's all about. Your mom hung around with bikers. So I met this guy, like, okay, this is how it happened. I thought I need to get a sales job because it's difficult. It's gonna teach me sales. It's gonna give me a lot of money. It's gonna get me the skills for the future. Those are the 3 or 4 things that I thought about. I messaged one guy and said, "Hey, I want to get a sales job. You got any advice for me?" And then he literally the next day sent me a message to some contact for me to message some other guy. So I messaged him and he said, "Okay, come meet me at Tim Hortons the next day." I met him at Tim Hortons. He explained to me the whole business. And a couple of days later, we were out in the field, meaning in a regular neighborhood, about to knock on doors, selling furnaces and air conditioners in Canada. I don't know if you have any sales experience. Sales is not easy. Sales is hard. Let's say you're calling people, it's already difficult to do that. It's like, man, it's sales is not easy at all. But door-to-door sales is like unlike anything you've ever experienced. You are knocking on somebody's cave. Like as your primate sense of self, it's the most self-imposing fear response because you're literally knocking on somebody's, little hole they're sleeping in and they're eating and they're being themselves, and you're saying, "Hey, you want to buy my stuff?" It was terrifying. The first time that I did it, it was like this is maybe as scary as skydiving, just knocking on the first door. and it didn't get any easier. I just learned how to deal with it a little bit better. I just learned that I just need to build momentum, knock on the forest door, and then just continue on. And the 90 to 95% of the time, it was just rejection. So I got a chance to learn how to deal with rejection from that too. And there were some huge wins, by the way, some very spiritual wins. Oh my God, I have to tell you this as well, because this is why, Sarah, if I tell you about effort. So there was a lot of effort that was put into this job. I had to wake up and I would have to go and knock on a certain amount of doors. My friend said after 100 doors you knock, there's at least one that's potentially going to get into a sale. So I have to knock on 100 doors. One time I went door to door knocking with this very spiritual friend. There was a Christian person. He was involved with the church. And we were reading this book for a long time. We were reading the book it was called The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. If you read books and you're into that, then I recommend you do that. It's a fantastic book. It's only 100 pages. It's only the essentials that were written in this book. And it's a very spiritual, potent book that deals with making money and earning an income. And in the book, it says one of the chapters is on gratitude, like just being grateful for what you have, thanking the universe, which right now I thank the universe pretty much daily. Thank you for keeping me alive. Thank you for my healthy body. Thank you for my amazing living situation, that I have water to drink, food to eat, place to sleep. I thank the world and life every day, and the universe, whatever I can thank. Thank you so much. So we were reading this book and we were practicing gratitude with this guy. We were just knocking, we were having fun, we were saying thank you so much. We didn't treat it as a job. It was just so much fun. That was the only time that I understood that the universe is a spiritual game. So we were knocking on doors, and the first person that said no, we're not interested. We didn't fight. There was no effort involved. Oh, okay, you're not interested, no big deal. We just need to go to the next person. And then it came time to knock on this one particular door, and we knocked. And we got into our sales pitch. Oh, we're offering this, and you have a higher efficiency furnace, and all these little complicated things with old furnaces, etc., etc. And she's like, okay, let's do it. We're like, what? Yeah, let's do it. She signed the papers. Done. We just made, I don't know, I think $500 each. It was $1,000 commission. We made $500 each. And then we were about to leave, and then she says, well, what about my air conditioner? And that just blew my mind. That just exploded, because never in the past has that ever happened to me. She basically did the sale for us. Not only one sale, but two sales. So we made $1,000 each. We signed her on for an air conditioner and a furnace. It was
At Scary Hours Podcast donated $1.99. Follow my podcast for religious drama.
Thank you very much, Scary Hours Podcast. My friend, this is one of my only spiritual friends that I've had for a long time. When I didn't have friends in real life, I had this guy, and I called him every day because he kind of understood me. And right now, he makes TikToks and YouTube live streams of battling with Muslims. They need to, more education is needed on Muslims. So definitely go and subscribe to his channel and support his work, because he needs it. And he's doing what's needed. God knows it, okay? He's doing what's required on earth. And yeah, so we both made $1,000 each, and we left, and we were just happy, and that's never happened to me in my life. And after leaving that, I understood it's all about energy. It's all about how you feel. It's all about gratitude. It's all about spiritual work. And maybe that was the thing that I needed to learn from that job. And after that, it kind of went downhill. So I left to get a new job. So yeah, synchronicity, abundance, and things like that. Carlos, the drama king. Absolutely. You need to have a picture of Shiva behind you, at least an image of viewers can look at. We got so primarily key in this, my background, I've chosen this because the energy is here. Not necessarily that you can see it. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it's not there. The energy is not there. You can see massive amounts of energy behind me. Or at least people that at least they'll be able to feel it. Doesn't matter if you're, you know, anything like that. Okay, let's start a new goal. Let's do what should be the celebration of the goal? Okay. I got it. Peace comes from within. Yep. Yep. So fundamentally, my friends, growing spiritually is the only thing that matters because it takes care of everything else. It takes care of your financial situation, it takes care of your health, it takes care of your family, it takes care of your wishes, it takes care of everything. So we need to grow spiritually. And this is what I've prioritized my life to be for the first 10 years of becoming conscious or becoming awake, aware in my 20s. And this is what we talk about here. So, I want to eat this world's spiciest chip, but I don't want to eat it for free. And I'm thinking about what is the best way to do this? Um, I mean, I'm sure at some point I'm just gonna get it to eat it, but we'll see. We'll think about it. So sales, I did sales for a while. I wanted to become a pickup artist because I liked beautiful women and I wanted to spend time with them in bed. At least I thought. And then I went out and just went out to bars, clubs, nightlife, and just approached women on the streets. And the more intimidating she looked, the more dolled up she looked, the more fearful it was. Because, I mean, that's just I don't know why, but it is the way it is. So it's terrifying to do that. It's like almost as terrifying as door knocking, maybe even more, selling door to door things. But I did that too. And I'm glad I did. That was freaking hard. But I wanted to do it. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the fear. I enjoyed the rewards. I enjoyed me conquering my fear the most. That's what I enjoyed. So I have this terrifying feeling, this beautiful woman walking on the street or person I want to talk to. Why can't I just go and talk to her and go on a date with her? And that's what I did. And also, I realized that it's actually not that much what I want. So you see this amazing, alluring woman walking with the high heels and nice dress and hair and lipstick and whatever else, and you're like, oh my god, and you feel intimidated, and oh, I wish I could have this or other. But I went to these women and I talked to them, and some of these women said, okay, let's go drink some coffee, and then I'm sitting with them, and I'm like, what is this? There's some person, and there really wasn't much else of that. So that really was a burst of my bubble. And that's why I stopped going out and doing any of this because I realized that the person that I'm supposed to be with, or my wife, or the person I'm going to marry, it's going to be hard for me not to get that into my life. It'll definitely happen naturally, but I don't have to go and strive for it or chase for it or put in work really for that. Things require work, but not this. What made you sustain yourself in that kind of? Well, I guess kind of. I'm in sales. This is I have a website, shivakailash.com, the best website in the world. It's a spiritual website. WRSD and IMC. Yeah, absolutely. I did an interview with my mentor. He's a pickup artist guy. He's very, very masculine. and very good with women, extremely good with women. You can go and look at it. Um, he has face tattoos and this whole demonic guy. He's did a demon pact, so he's the real deal. That's just it. So if you go to my website, there's spiritual products you can buy, and these products will enhance your spiritual growth for sure, guaranteed. Why? Because I know it works for me. I know it works for a human being. So you're a human being as well, and that's why I sell them. So invest in your future, invest for your spiritual growth. On the spiritual journey, it's wise to invest in tools because tools help you. Like if you're in carpentry, it's wise to invest in tools. You're not going to do everything by hand. So I invested in an electric saw, by the way. I bought a circular saw. So I bought one of the best circular saws, and I got to make sure that I keep it, use it safely. So same thing on the spiritual path. You need to have tools like in carpentry. You need to have an axe and a saw and this and that because it helps you massively. Tools help you so much. So spiritual tools help you immensely. You think that if I promise you, if I just took out all this stuff away from my house and put it in storage and tried doing these live streams, it would not carry the same weight. I have so much energy that I'm relying on and I'm falling back on. So much. And the most potent thing you can get is solidified. I'm once I sell off this stock, I'm not going to advertise it anymore because it is very potent. And I don't want just regular people buying it and misusing it. So it's a particular type of metal that's solidified. It's relatively safe. It's pretty safe. So Kian, I know you have this. You have to understand that it's very potent. So please just understand it's potent. That's it. It's not dangerous. It's potent. So that is the most energetic thing that I have, and there's tons of it here behind me, and it carries across, and it gives me this kind of energy or this comfortability when I talk. It's not BS. I have very valuable things in my website, like well, I'll show you one. Okay, let me show you. So okay, good. So this is one thing that I sell. This is what I encourage you to get. This is only for very aggressive spiritual seekers, let's just say. But I would recommend you get something that's hanging in your room. There's a little bigger piece you can buy that you hang. I have one as well that's hanging always here. This is a particular type of metal that is so dense. It is extremely dense. And it energy goes into it. Prana, light, goes into it. So it is able to store energy for a long, long, long time, many years, many decades even. This is like no different from a USB stick. You have a USB stick and you put 1,000 different pictures in it. That's very useful. Similarly with this, it's a kind of a deposit for energy. And I realize that the more of this I have, the more energy I have.
At Seraph underscore Null donated 17 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. Where's the merch, Shiva? I want to buy a premium package, present emoji, t-shirt emoji.
So I made one little shirt with you in mind, just as a kind of an example. But Dr. Rob gave me the green light, and I'm going to make some images of me and him, AI images, as well as quotes. So that's coming up very soon. I'm gonna make that happen. And yeah, but otherwise, you go to my website, shivakailash.com, buy yourself some rudraksha, buy yourself some metal beads. That's very potent. So we're gonna, and with these clothes, I want to make these clothes in a way that I will wear. So I want to make it like legitimate. I want to make it so that I want to buy it and wear it on my live streams. That's what I will do. That's what I will do. I'm a beggar for God. That's a good one. That's a quote that probably will go on the t-shirts. I'm a beggar for God. I'm a grifter for God. Um, I'm having consensual sex with Jesus on the cross. Probably that's too much, but we'll see what we can do. How does this product function? How someone who is complete beginner when it comes to spirituality, understand this tool. But your first product doesn't have to be perfect. You just have to do it. Trust me. Ship faster, not perfect. So check it out. Check it out. It's on my store. I think when you watch a YouTube short, there's a little thing on the side that says shop or store. Or on my regular videos, there's products listed on the bottom. And I already made one more. It's not perfect, but it's something. How does this product function? So all I can tell you is if you want to enhance your spiritual growth and if you want to buy tools that will help you on the spiritual journey, then my website has that. I don't have everything, but I have very potent things. And I will acquire more. And my lack of products on the website, there's only like 3 or 4, I think now, is a sign that all that I want to stock is absolute potent things. I don't want to buy some random nonsense that you can probably, just casually find in a trinket shop. Maybe I'll do that in the future, but right now it's just potency, potency, and only potency. You are part of the room. Spiritual tools become the ether and energy of the room, and energy enters and consecrates you. Yes, this is also what I see as needed in the world. What's needed is for us to live in consecrated spaces. So I live in a consecrated room. It could be definitely more. And as I get settled into living in Canada and living in this room, then I'll make it very, very energetic. But it already is pretty good. I'm already can easily do live streams here, and spiritually speaking, the energy doesn't go away. It's inexhaustible. If I were to do this somewhere else, then there needs to be an energy base. There needs to be an energy source. So you need all kinds of energy, not just food energy and water energy and sunlight energy. You need spiritual energy as well, and it's as tangible as food and water, except it's a little bit more subtle. If there was no energy in my room, then I would have to rely on my own energy, and that would be difficult. But I don't have to rely on my own energy. I have so many tools that enhance my spiritual growth, and you can buy that. You can invest in your spiritual growth by going to my website, shivakailash.com, and buying these beautiful beads, spiritual Rudraksha beads. They are the teardrops of Shiva. And as you can see, the vibration and the energy that it has, it's not like anything else that you see in nature. It is unique. It is special. It is roaring. And it is energetic. It's energized. So it's potent stuff. And it's worthwhile for you to have it somewhere, either on your body or on your altar. Can the moonlight of a full moon consecrate? Consecration refers to your human energy going and energizing a particular bead. For example, here. This material has the real estate to be able to hold the human energy. So if I just really focus and put, let's say, love, attention, kindness, goodwill, happiness, joy, beauty, free will, happiness, bliss, love, bliss, ecstasy, joy, enlightenment. This starts to this gets absorbed. This absorbs it, and it gets stored there. With this particular bead is not really for, it's to be worn. It's not to be hung anywhere. But I have a piece that's hanging. So what is the science to this? Well, we can tell you the science what Sadhguru says. This particular metal, you will understand what kind of metal it is when you go on my website, shivakailash.com. This metal absorbs 3 things. It absorbs gold, it absorbs silver, it absorbs cobra's venom, and it absorbs negativity, human negativity, very well. When I say absorbs, it destroys it. I mean, it destroys negativity. So having just a small piece like this somewhere in your office or in your workspace, it does wonders, because this is like a little fire. My little fire went out, so we have no more akash, no more fire. But it is having like a little candle or a little flame next to you or a little campfire of energy. Can you imagine if you're working and having a little light or a little lamp? That does a lot of good things for you. That's why I light the little lamp right behind me. It's gone out. So it's kind of like that, but on a spiritual level. This particular metal, it's a very special metal. I can't tell you what it is, but you have to go to my website, shivakailash.com, to find out what it is and buy it. It is like that. It is literally like destroying things. Fire destroys and it also produces. This destroys and it produces. So if you have any kind of spiritual clarity, I don't have to sell you on it, right? If you have spiritual clarity, all I have to do is just show you. Just take a look. Just use your insight and perceive what's happening here. Perceive what this is. Maybe it's nothing. Maybe I'm trying to fake you. Maybe I'm trying to lie to you. Oh, it has spiritual properties. No, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. But if you have intuition, if you have clarity, if you have any kind of sense, then you should be able to say, take a look at this metal. It's not, it's not just some regular metal. It's not like stainless steel or something. Oh, it's stainless steel. It's valuable. Yeah, stainless steel is valuable on my fridge. This is valuable for a human being. So that's it. So gold has spiritual value as well. Gold has value for your human being as well. So invest in some gold. Do I do physical labor? Yeah, I use my body for things. Anyways, so we have reached our goal today, way more than that, and we are going to go to the special store probably tomorrow and buy a special item, and it'll be here, and we'll see what it's going to take for us to experience that, and so that'll be a fun experiment to do and to see. That's coming up. What else is coming up? We have the spiciest chip, world's spiciest chip. If anybody wants me to see me eat that, then we can make that happen. And all that's left for me right now is to go to Walmart and to buy a big watermelon and to eat and to drink and to rehydrate myself and to eat good fruits and vegetables and nuts, seeds and grains and legumes. And I hope you do the same as well, my friends. I hope you make your lives better. I hope you improve, and I hope you expand and meditate and grow in wisdom and awareness and become happy. We are going to wait 2 more minutes before we end the live stream. So if you have any other last questions or comments or super chats, we'd love to hear it. We'd love to receive those as it helps improve my life. Are you a true devotee? I mean, I would say yes. We are alive. That's the only thing that matters. We are breathing. I hope you breathe some fresh air. In Canada, it's quite warm today, so I can open up my windows and breathe the fresh air. That's my preference. I never use the AC. I would even avoid using the furnace if it was possible, but it's not really possible. I would prefer to breathe the fresh air. Well, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for learning. Thank you for being here. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you to Sarah for the wonderful donations and the comments. Thank you so much. I see you here as a support and a friend in the future, hopefully. And thank you everybody else for donating and contributing to me. Thank you so much. I don't take this for granted. I never take this for granted. And I feel very blessed and privileged. And I appreciate you very much. I can't share with you how much I appreciate it. But one day my actions will reciprocate how much I appreciate this. And I will share my rewards with everybody else and with all of life around me. And thank you for you just being here. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking this video. We're at 101 likes. Hopefully, you can get it to 108. And again, thank you very much. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you in the future. This is the end of our live stream. I hope you enjoyed. We will check back in probably tomorrow, same time, same day. That's it. Have a good day, my friends. And more live streams with Dr. Rob and more YouTube shorts that are funny and more everything, more YouTube content. That's everybody. Thank you, Kian. Thank you very much for your donations as well. Thank you for your support. I look forward to seeing you in another live stream. Have a good day. Stay blessed. Goodbye.